you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good afternoon, Jets fans. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. You are the awesome chat. Lot to discuss. We could have breaking news any moment. I've already Googled, does Dante Moore have a scheduled press conference? He does not. So we're waiting to see if some information comes out from Oregon and will tell us if there's two quarterbacks in the draft. So Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it nowadays, it's Twitter. I'm old school. I like that. Good morning if you were on the West Coast. Who loves a baby? Special welcome to Addison out on the West Coast. Good morning, my friend. We good? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure that we always make sure we give a special shout out to Addie and the West Coast Avengers. We will be right back. Like I said, we're monitoring Dante Moore. It'll happen at 1:55. The second I go to leave for work, I will get out to the truck and boom, it'll happen. But we're waiting to hear about that. Does that make two quarterbacks in the draft? Does that put the Raiders in a position to maybe draft a guy that some say has a higher upside? We're going to cover all of that. I promise you. We'll be right back after Blitz BK. Turn it up. Share the Blitz emoji. Do whatever you do to celebrate the greatest intro song in all of the world.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his promise, Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Blitz. Spoke to him the other day. Love talking to Blitz. Good conversations whenever I talk to Blitz. Now, New York Jets news. First, we're going to do a little bit Nick Shine Show news. First off, thank you, everyone. Much appreciated. We hit 2,000 subscribers Monday afternoon. This year so far has been amazing for the channel. 3 Sunday shows. Likes have been through the roof. Views are up. Great growth. Subscribers, we're getting 15 to 20 subscribers every Sunday show, mixing a couple Saturday shows. We're up almost 100 subscribers already in this month. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to those of you who come here show after show, day after day. Show your support, comment, like, bring the questions, bring the comments, engage with new people who pop in the chat, make them feel welcome. I thank you. You're part of this program. You are a major part. When I started this show a couple of years ago, and specifically when I started doing this on the regular almost 2 years ago, I wanted to be a very chat-driven show. I love the engagement. I love the back and forth. I love what you guys bring to the channel. So this is much on you as it is anybody else. So thank you, everyone. Much love to everybody. Whether you pop in once in a while or whether you're here for every show, you are highly and greatly appreciated. So, from my heart, thank you. Now, big raffle going on. Joe Namath item going out Super Bowl Sunday. $5 super chats and up get you on the wheel. Gifted memberships get you on the wheel. We had a really big surge the other day on Sunday night. Thank you to everyone who contributed during Sunday night's program and who continue to contribute to this show time and time again. You are the best and appreciate you guys. Now, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're not done. We're not done at 2002. We're looking to go up, baby. We're looking to get up. Let's try to get the 2,500 by the draft. Let's set the bar high, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to get the 2,500 by the number 2 selection in the NFL draft. Now, who could that be? We'll get into that in a few minutes. But first, a New York Jet fan reality check. Why Mike Tomlin will never come to the New York Jets. Mike Tomlin did not leave the most stable organization in all of sports. The most stable organization in all of sports. 3 coaches since the 60s. Playoff team year after year after year. To do what? To go take on the most problematic franchise in sports? To go tarnish his winning streak? To go to the most dramatic place in the world? No. They could be calling for his job out there, but they still love and respect him. To bring him here to create, he would never take it on. He would never take it on. He has too much respect for himself as a coach to come and take this job. That's it. That's the reality of where we are. That's the reality of what this organization is. I don't think we're going to get a respectable coach until we do respectable things. Build a better roster, get a quarterback, stop the drama off the field, stop the bullshit with the owner. Now, I will say this. I know Woody Johnson gets a lot of hate. Woody's really taken a back seat this past year. There's obviously a joke there about Woody in the back door in the back seat, whatever. You know it. You know what it is. You know what it is. Dirty Cooch knows what it is. Now, when Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji got hired, I am a very big believer that it was presented to Woody Johnson that you need to get out of the forefront. You need to just fall to the backdrop, write checks, shut up, and let us take it. And you saw Aaron Glenn taking the brunt of the media, taking on the media, putting all of the emphasis on him. I believe that was deliberate. I believe that was done with purposeful intent to distract from everything else in the organization and put it on him. Now, we know we're going to hear from Woody at some point. We know that the media will be waiting for him and some dumb quote will come out at the offseason owners meetings or at the combine. We know that. I'm hoping we don't see it. I'm hoping that Glenn and Muji can convince, hey, let us go handle it. Let us handle it. Let's not steal the attention away from what's going on with a dumb owner quote. The organization has been in disarray for a very long time. They've done things ass backwards. Mike Tannenbaum started this when he was giving away draft pick after draft pick for proven players on short-term deals. And then when you got into 2012, 13, 14, we had no depth. We gave away 3rd, 4th, 5th rounders, guys who could be like a Sherwood or a Michael Carter, who could come in, who could develop, who can be your starting nickel, who could be elite special teamers. We never had that. We had to shop and live and buy in free agency. It's not how you do it. I think Mike Tomlin would want a part of a team like that. Pittsburgh stayed the course. They never changed their schemes. They never changed what they're looking for in players. You could have the same scouts from the 60s. Of course, the players change, but you're looking for the same thing. You're looking for a 3-4 defense. You're looking for powerful, speedy guys to play outside linebacker, whether it's TJ Watt, whether it's Greg Lloyd, whether it's Kevin Green, whoever it may be. Pittsburgh still has the same ideology. Mike Tomlin, in my opinion, will never coach again. He's going to do what Bill Cowher did. I won a Super Bowl. I stayed with the franchise for 19 years. I'm going to go to the front office. Not the front office. I'm going to go to the studio. Make $20 million a year to talk about the game. I don't have to put in the long hours anymore. I've made millions of dollars. I've made my name. They'll put me down as a Hall of Fame coach one day. Good. What else do you need to do? Why tarnish who you be, as we say in this community, Keith Charles? Why tarnish it? Why ruin it? Why go out there and put your name at risk? He's never going to coach again. I know the stories right now. He's not interested in coaching this cycle. The Steelers still own the rights to him in terms of a head coach and would have to trade him for 2027. I don't think it ever happens. I would be shocked if he went and took on another program. Crazier things have happened in the NFL, but I've said this for a very long time. The last 4 or 5 years, that when Tomlin's done here, he's going to go off into the sunset. He's won the Super Bowl. He's done everything you can want to do as a coach. His record will never be matched. No one will ever coach for 19 years again and have a winning record every single season. It's remarkable. But now it's time to see what the Steelers do. Does the beat go on? Was it Tomlin? Or is it just the stability of that organization? Kevin starts us off with a super chat. Kevin, while I agree with your sentiment, 90% of NFL teams are a step down in stability from Pitt. If he wants to coach again, most openings have instability. 90% of NFL teams are a step down. Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh, to me, is the most stable franchise in all sports, dude. They've had 3 coaches since their inception in the 60s. It was Chuck Noll, it was Bill Cowher, and now it's Tomlin. So they're going to look for another young coach, and they don't want to have turnover. I don't know if they go the offensive innovator type. Do they go with the CEO type? I mean, there's some names that pop out there, and I'm very curious to see, because it's very rare that they interview. I don't even know if they know how to do that as an organization, interview for a head coach. They might have to Google that. Google wasn't even really a thing when they last did it, right? I mean, it was in the early 2000s, but the internet, there was no social media. The internet was very, very young still. Google wasn't as big as it is now, where it owns everything, including YouTube, the format you're watching on right now. Hit the like button if you're watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And thank you again to everyone. And Kevin, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. You were on the wheel for Super Bowl Sunday. Programming notes. Now, got some big news coming out. For those of you who have been longtime viewers of the Nick Shine Show, going back to when it was Proud New York Jet Fan, used to do a show called Pride and Chaos, where myself and Jeremy would do shows together on Wednesday nights. Sometimes we'd pop on a Friday night or a Saturday night hangout, sometimes Sunday. We will be returning together Saturday night, I believe around 8 p.m. Eastern, for the return. One time only, to be determined. But Pride and Chaos will be back together Saturday night. Stay tuned. We're going to cook up a fun little thumbnail for that one. We'll see what we can do. Things have changed since we were last together on the regular. So talk to Jeremy. I had to go into YouTube. StreamYard has brands, and I went into the other brand the other day, and here is a little flashback. Where is it? Let me find it. I gotta find the intro. Oh no, where did it go? Ladies and gentlemen, little throwback here.
And now, welcome to Pride and Chaos.
Welcome to the darkest year of our adventures. Oh, yeah!
And now, give it up for Jeremy and Nick.
Now you scared me.
And as usual, Nick is wrong.
Why are you the way that you are? God, I can't stand you.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Whoa, that was cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for Saturday. It'll be fun. It'll be nostalgic. For those of you that have been longtime viewers of me, Jeremy, you know we used to have very good chemistry, a lot of fun. We aren't planning anything. We aren't planning anything. He's like, what do you want to talk about? I go, we're just going on and talking. We got a lot of catching up to do on air. We're going to talk about the Jets. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about everything. So Saturday night, 8 o'clock, make sure you're here. It'll be a fun one. Now, Sunday programming. The Sunday programming, we got Ryan, Jets Talk 24/7 coming up this Sunday. Then the following Sunday, the 25th, we got Connor Long. Then the following Sunday, bye week before the Super Bowl, February 1st, we got Gunny. So I know a lot of you tell me all the time in Discord, text, phone calls, whatever. You guys love when me and Gunny are together. February 1st, Gunny and I will be here. I'm looking forward to Ryan this Sunday. I'm looking forward to all the guests. You know, it's tough to get guests on a Sunday night when people got families, they got young kids, they're watching football all day. It's tough to sell to your wife, hey, I'm going to go on a show on Sunday night after watching football all day. So off season's here. We don't have any goddamn games. So the guests are lined up, trying to give you guys the best product possible. Make sure that you guys enjoy the program over and over and want to keep coming back for more. So, yeah, this Saturday, Jeremy, Sunday night, Ryan, following Sunday, Connor Long. Then February 1st, we got Gunny. So, shout out to Blitz. I know we just talked the other day. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Now, waiting on news. Nothing yet. I keep refreshing Twitter. Adam Thielen announces his retirement. That was tweeted by Rappaport 36 seconds ago. The Rooneys are at the microphone. Art Rooney's taking the press conference. He wasn't shocked by Tomlin stepping down, but expected the conversation to be about the future, not resigning. Tomlin expressed to him he doesn't plan on coaching in the future. Compensation would have to be discussed if that occurs. The hiring process might take a few weeks. No likely internal candidates, though some coaches could remain on the staff. He wants the next coach to be heavily involved in personnel in the draft with GM Omar Khan, as the organization has for years. Aaron Rodgers signed with the Steelers to play for Tomlin, so it appears his days in Pittsburgh are over. So very interesting. It's wild to see Pittsburgh, you know, in need. Like we said, that's one of the Pittsburgh, Ravens, Seattle for many years with Pete Carroll, the Patriots for many years with Bill Belichick. A lot of stability. And to see one of those teams that are so stable to now have to kind of deal with this on short notice when you had a coach under contract for 2 more years, it's new to them. You know, people have discussed Harbaugh. Would Harbaugh go to Pittsburgh? No. And here's why. Rooney's daughter is married to Mara's son, the Maras who own the Giants. Yes. Billionaire baby. So the Rooney's daughter is married to Mara's son. The Maras are all in on Harbaugh. I can't see the Rooneys crossing that, you know, family line and making it a competition. I think they'll just let him go. Yeah, Gary, the Billionaires Club. That's it. Oh, we're billionaires. You're billionaires. Oh, our kids should make babies together. That's how it works. Addie says Tomlin is torn out. Tom out? I can't see if it's Tom or if it's an RN. It's Tom out. Yeah. So this is wild. Pittsburgh doesn't have a quarterback. They don't have a coach. They got a lot of questions. Their defense was 26th in the NFL this year in yardage. Things aren't what they normally are in Pittsburgh. You had stability for years with Big Ben. Now you've had guys like Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Rodgers comes in. You know, you had the same exact season with Rodgers that you had with Kenny Pickett. You made the playoffs and got knocked out in the first round. You squeaked in on a missed field goal. You got in, or Tomlin would have quit a week ago. But here we are now to the Jets. No news yet on Dante Moore. It's the biggest storyline for many reasons. Being at number 2 in a one quarterback draft is awful. It's two options. Raiders stick it, Raiders stick and pick, or they deal the pick. They move it. And you have to overpay. And you have to pay big. Now, just previously on Jake's show, I said I would be willing to do number 2, our number 1 next year, and throw in like next year's 3. I'm sure they would want a 2 this year from us. I don't know if I would do all that. But if it's one quarterback draft and the Raiders don't want Mendoza and they're willing to sell, that tells you they don't want Mendoza. So maybe you don't have to get raked over the coals. Nobody else can do what we can do in terms of capital. So it would be an interesting chess match for sure. And I would love for there to be a documentary on that one day. Boy, what a difference from your preseason predictions, Nick. Oh, with the Steelers? I did say Rodgers would get everyone fired. I did say that. So he just made Tomlin a quitter. He took the love of the game from Mike Tomlin. 19 years in Pittsburgh and 1 year with Rodgers, and he's like, bro, I've had enough. I'm done. I need a break. I need a reset. Jay Quest, what's up, brother? You know what sucks? The AFC North will have 3 new coaches, and we don't play that division until 28. By then, those coaches will be ready for us. The rookie coaches will be ready for us. We're not a hard task to prep for right now. I hope we are. I hope we become competitive. Part of me, as much as I love Mendoza, and you guys know Labor Day weekend, that Sunday show, I was discussing him. I brought him up immediately. I'm also not mad if we don't take the quarterback. I know Allen has suggested that, and I know when Allen suggests something, it immediately becomes something that people draw their line in the sand with, and they are very strongly against. But when I look at our needs, and I look at if you take Reese, okay, you take Bain, okay, you take Falk, okay, if you take a receiver, okay, I wouldn't like to do that at 2. I would like to move off of that. But we have so much need. As long as you pick guys that can come in and be impactful, where's the problem? We need players. We need guys who can get to the quarterback. We need guys who can intercept the ball. We need guys who can make plays on the back end. We need guys who can cover tight ends and running backs. We need guys who can be good in dropping back into zone on defense. We need another wide receiver to help open up Garrett Wilson and complement him and open things up for Mitchell and Mechie as 3s and 4s. We need another guard potentially. We might need an upgraded center. Might need another tight end weapon. Might need a running back. Need a quarterback. We have so much that we need. Just get players that can come in and contribute. Just do it. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Get guys who comes in. Jay Quest, I have nipples. Can you milk me? Shout out to Meet the Fockers or Meet the Parents. Meet the Fockers was the sequel. Come up with a good take, Quest, and then you can milk it too, buddy. You've made some great prank phone calls. Those will live in infamy. Phil Adams, Bain, Styles, safety, interior D line. I know Bain is very, very questionable for me because of the arm length. A lot of people don't believe he can play outside. They'd have to move him inside. And at 275, I don't know. Oh, Quest, I know you're kidding. Why do you think I replied with the Fockers comment and the milking quote? One of the great movie lines of all time. I have nipples. Can you milk me, Fokker? Great movie. Back when you can make movies. Ricky says Bailey. I know, but I don't know if Bailey fits what Glenn wants to run on defense. I like Bailey's speed, but we already got a guy with speed. I think we need more physical guys who can play the run and rush the passer. That's why I like Falk. 6'6", 275, big body, long arms, length, motor. I think having him and JJ out there with Briggs, and then you get an upgraded defensive tackle. Now you got a good D line. Now, if you go into this draft, say Mendoza's 1 QB and he goes to the Raiders, build a good defense. Take Falk. I don't know if I could take Bailey at 2. If it's Bain or Reese, okay. I would cut Sherwood post June 1st, and I would go Reese and then Styles if he's there. I would bring those guys in. I need playmakers. I need guys who can read, react, get to the ball carrier, get to the quarterback, get our guys set up. I need smart, impactful players. I'd have no problem going with 2 Ohio State guys. I don't know about Downs. I can't do Downs at 2. I cannot do a safety at 2. I can't. I can't. I don't care how great he is. I can't do a safety at 2. I think the Giants would be perfect with taking Downs at 5 because of the fact that they have so many pass rushers. They're very susceptible on the back end to getting exposed. I think the Giants would take him if they don't take a receiver. But if they extend Robinson, if they bring in another veteran and they solidify wide receiver for the young quarterback, I could see them going with the safety. Build that back end up so that you have a playmaker everywhere. But folks, hit the like button. We got almost 60 of you here watching on a Wednesday afternoon in the Northeast. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We've hit 2,000. Thank you again to everybody who's been a part of that. Whether you've been here from early on, people like Dark Soldier, Knob, Johnny, Phil Adams, many of you who've been back when this show was in the baby stages and had no idea what it was going to be, to all of you who've joined along the way and have come back for more. I appreciate all of you. You guys are the best. But here we go. We're going to drop the call-in link for you guys. StreamYard link is dropped, folks. What's your takes? What's your thoughts? Are you excited? Do you think that Moore is going to declare? You know what? Let's trigger Moore's decision right now. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, I hate fucking cap locks. Will Moore declare for the NFL today? Come on, you. There we go. In time. Be patient, my friend. In time. Baller. Now, let your voice be heard. Will Moore declare? Here's a guy who's going to give a good take. We got Ricky, New York. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
I am going to give a good take. No pressure, Ricky. Go.
Well, I'm waiting for the declaration. The declaration of Moore. It is coming today, which is awesome news for me because now I don't have to throw away or give away this hat, which says Moore touchdowns.
Nice.
I actually made this hat back when we got Elijah Moore, and I almost threw it away a couple of times. But
you know what you could do? You scrape off the MO and the RE, and it'll look like 0 touchdowns.
But yeah, so here we are. The hat gets a second crack at it. So You know what? I think we're seeing the trend. You know, Sadiq declared yesterday. We got Dylan Thieneman declared today. It's time for all the Ducks to declare.
Which kind of surprised me about Mateo and Washington both going back on the D line.
That
you've seen my mocks that I do. Like, I loved both of those guys in round 2.
You know what? I like Washington. After what his brother did to my college team, season before last,
Who's his brother?
Mateo's brother.
Oh,
DJ.
Mateo's brother. I thought you meant Washington's brother.
No. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of biased against that. I'm not even gonna. I just woke up. I'm not ready to try to pronounce that last name right now. At one point,
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like Ukulele or some shit, like the way it's pronounced. At one point, I could do it pretty well, and then I saw him play, and I was like, I don't even want to ever say his name again. So I stopped pronouncing it properly.
I tried it one day, and I think you and Alan were on with me. We did a mock, and I was just like, I'm just calling him Mateo from now on. So now we can call him irrelevant till next draft cycle. Jet Jarrow asked, what time? From my understanding, it's not like NFL trade deadline. There's no 4:00 deadline. I believe it's by the end of the day.
Yeah, by the end of the day, which means it could be like 11:50 tonight.
Does that mean West Coast time? Like,
you know what? I don't know.
Right? Like, when it's the end of the day for them, but I think it'll be. I would expect something early afternoon. Maybe 4 or 5 o'clock our time. They do like an early 2 o'clock announcement. Sadiq came in last night, later in the day, around early evening. So maybe he's still on the fence. Maybe they're still making calls. Maybe they're trying to have some feelers out there. Who knows? But there is no time deadline, just the end of the day. And with being on the West Coast, very curious to see if that moves it, but I don't think they're waiting till 11:59 tonight. I think you'll see something in prime time, the latest prime time on the East Coast.
That's what I think too. So which, let me see. I should be leaving a little before 6 to go to work. So hopefully I know before I have to head out tonight. That's my hope. But
Tom's got a question for you. If the Jets could draft one player out of Florida State this year, who would it be that would fits our needs?
Oh God!
Any round?
No one. Only because apparently their center. I at first he wasn't on the simulator, then he was, then he wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's out of eligibility, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. But the only player that I really wanted from Florida State this year was our receiver, Deuce Robinson, and he decided to go back to school. So I don't know, like none. And Earl Little also went back to school. And actually he went to the portal and went to Ohio State. So he left. He's not even a Florida State player technically now, but yeah, honestly, there probably wouldn't be any from this past year. I hate it. Pains me to say that, but probably none.
All right. So I asked Google, what time is the NFL declared deadline? The NFL draft declaration deadline for most underclassmen is January 14th, 15th. The players participating in the college football, blah, 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 blah. All right. And the process includes an earlier soft deadline for those whose season ended sooner, like January 5th, with all deadlines set at 4 p.m. New York time. Okay, so this is different than what I saw yesterday. So 4 p.m. All right.
Time.
Thank you,
Good.
Tom.
Good deal. Awesome.
Good call, Tom Ace. That's why you swing your bench. You're a good man.
Hell yeah. I heard the same thing as you. Like when I tried to look it up, I just said like end of day, but I guess
it didn't have it at first until I put in a search with specific time. Then it popped up.
It should have said end of business day. Would have been better. for that. But
So we're technically 3 hours and 8 minutes away.
Yep. Right on. That's. I can't wait for the news to come out, just so that way the debating on that at least will be over with. Listen,
What's your thoughts, Rick? Do you think he declares?
What's that?
Do you think Moore declares?
I think he does. I think he does. I mean, he's losing. The center decided to go back to school, so he's not going to be in the draft. But he's still losing like 3 of his offensive linemen. His offensive coordinator's gone. His best weapon, which was his tight end, is gone. So it also, they just got a quarterback in the portal. So like it seems like they've already landed his replacement. So to me, it all indications would say that he's coming out. And I know some people are going to go, oh, but NIL, dude, they were offering him as high, from what I heard, like between 9 and 12 million NIL money, which that's good money. It ain't the 40 he's going to make when he comes into the league. So I mean, you're talking like, you know, do you really want to go back to school for a quarter of what you would make? And you know, the football side of it is intriguing to us, but we got to remember, this is their livelihood. This is a business, and you don't pass up an opportunity like that to make a quarter of the money.
Maximize your value, right? You don't know what can happen with an injury or play. We see that with Nussmeier and Klubnik this year. Sellers fell off too.
Yeah, Aller.
You don't know what's going to happen. You know, you're in a different conference now. With it, there's no more, no pun intended, but there's no more of building your program and knowing what you have and then just relying on freshmen. You look at Indiana. You can go from being irrelevant in the football world to playing for a national championship when you bring in all of these older players in one offseason. So you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how good the competition will be in the Big Ten. You don't know. Ohio State, I mean, is always there, but does Michigan come back with a new coach? Does Penn State finally become good? Penn State to me is just like the most disappointing team every year. They're the 3rd team in the Big Ten for years, and now they're not even that anymore. Now that all the other teams have come over, does somebody go and spend a ton of money and build a team? And do you fall off as Oregon? And do they blame Moore? Does he fall off? Does he go from a top 2 quarterback potentially being number 1 to 5th or 6th and going in the 2nd or 3rd round? So you got to weigh the money aspect of it, of what you can make this year in college versus what you could lose if next year in college goes wrong. So there's a lot to factor in with it financially. Yeah,
or even just being the 2nd quarterback taken to be in like the 4th or 5th or 6th quarterback taken in next year's class, being as deep as it looks like it could be. Because like next year, you're probably going to have Sayan, you're going to have Jaden Maiava, you're going to have,
you know, Manning, you're going to have Sellers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys next year. You're going to have the
kid from Duke. Help me. What's
Darian Mensah. Dude, I was a big Darian Mensah fan. Like for me, it was like Mendoza and then Mensah as far as the guys I wanted, and then Mensah went back to school. And
I mean, it's a big class next year. This year, if you're Moore, it's time to cash in your chips, right? Like, you don't keep gambling.
Yep, strike while the iron is hot, like they always say. And his iron's never going to be hotter than it is right now. I know that playoff performance was not great, but all of that can't be put on Moore. Like the guys around him did not do a lot to help him in that game, particularly the offensive line. And you can't judge the kid on one game. I think he does.
But I think it goes to show that things need to be good around him, because he doesn't have that experience to throw with the anticipation yet. Listen, Mendoza's a little older. He's got 3 years to starter. He can diagnose the defense. He can read, react, release on time. You know, that's all very valuable in the NFL, because if you have to learn how to read the defense and you play before you know how to do that, it's going to be Zach Wilson-ish. It's going to be awful to watch. It's going to be awful to experience, because you're trying to learn on the job. You should be prepared for the job when you get on the field for the first time.
That's
trying to learn.
Zach Wilson is a little bit harsh, but I said this earlier. I was like, it'll be Sam Darnold all over again. You know, where you throw the
Sam
young
was
kid
20.
in day
Sam
one.
was young. Sam should have been started
exactly.
right away.
And you know what's funny is when you watch that playoff game with Moore against Indiana, very first throw was a pick six, and it reminds me of Darnold's first game was against the Lions with his first game with us.
Yeah, I think we won 48-17, something like that.
Yeah, pick right off the bat. But
they ran a play that went to the right, and he tried throwing it back to the left. I'm like, what the fuck? Interception.
Yep, threw it across his body and just
that was the first game of Sam, and my father passed away that June. And
oh shit!
I had a party at the house for that game, and then we kept my dad's recliner open with a Jet shirt on it and the Jet hat on top. And after that pick, I went over and I picked up the hat and I threw it. And everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "That's what my dad would do if he was here. he would throw his hat right away after one play. Like, God damn it!"
I can't even say the behavior and language that my father exhibited during game.
Yeah.
I'd get you demonetized if I did.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell any of those stories.
They put us through hell. But Rick, I appreciate you calling in, man. I got some other callers lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, go subscribe. Ricky New York Live. Show him some love. And make sure you're watching Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night at 8 p.m. And, I'm still a young fledgling channel, but we're pushing towards 250 subscribers, and we're going to see if we can get there by the Super Bowl. But dude, thanks.
I'll push back a little bit. I was saying Saturday night, make sure you're watching here. But if you're on at 8, I'll talk to Jets Chaos. We're getting together on Saturday night for a little bit of a reunion show. It's been a while. So
right on.
We'll push back a little bit. But when you're done, come over here, pop in and say hello.
Oh, you know I will.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Have a good day, Nick.
Talk soon, buddy.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, next caller. Let's see if it works.
Mikey, yeah. You hear me?
I hear you, Mikey. How are you, buddy?
I was on Ricky's show yesterday. I could read when that Gary Wilson helmet, he said. Oh, yeah. And then,
Did you win?
I hope I win. Now, I know he's going to do Saturday, I think. I got to watch his show Saturday, definitely.
Okay. All right.
And you know who the Baltimore coach will be? Rex Ryan.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and he's bring his brother and McDaniels for the Dolphins offense coach. That'll be kicking ass team. That would be kick ass team. But the Jets go get the Oakland Green Bay quarterback, Wilkins and Dobbs. Yeah, we go get him. We not need no quarterback comes out this year. But I want the guy for Oregon Ducks.
Right.
Because he could stay there for a while. He didn't care. He's making his money. Money talk. Right?
Yes, sir.
But I
Any
love
thoughts
you,
on
Nick.
the Jets, Mike?
I love you, Nick. Sean.
I love you too, buddy.
I'm trying to be on your the other show, but we got cut off. I think your show's much better.
Oh, very kind of you to say, but yeah, your connection was bad. It was all black screen.
Yeah, I know. I think the Jets go win the Super Bowl next year. They're gonna beat Detroit. They're gonna play Detroit in the Super Bowl.
You think the Jets are gonna win the Super Bowl?
Against Detroit Lions.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Folks, you heard it from Mikey. The Jets are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Mikey, thank you for calling in. Now, Gary, follow that call, bro. Jets are winning the Super Bowl next year. Initial thoughts.
Let's do it. And we're going to do it with Spencer Rattler. That's how it's going to happen. It's going to be Mike Tomlin.
Jesus Christ.
No, I did want to call in because I was going to say this on Jake's show, but I wanted to say the big announcement for your show.
All right, what do you got?
I signed off on Dante Moore. Dante
Yeah?
Moore's the first round
You
pick.
do.
Yeah, I signed off. There's nothing that jumps off the page that he can't do. Right? There's no glaring weakness. He can move around the pocket. He's not a super athlete. People are going to think he's athletic because he's black, but he's not really a super athlete. Like, he's not. But he's athletic enough, right? He's athletic enough, like Drake May's athletic enough. He throws pretty accurately off the, rolling out to the right. He moves around the pocket, right? He doesn't just bail out and throw the ball away like Caleb Williams and Zach Wilson. He's pretty accurate.
Backing up and throwing these like floaters is going to cost them. That'll be the death of the Bears in the playoffs. When he backpedals, that's like, you don't do that.
You take those 20-yard sacks. I mean, Caleb's elusive enough now where he's not really, but it's a disaster. I know Caleb can do great things. He did it on Saturday. He's not good. You can't tell me he's good at playing quarterback. He can do great things, but you can't tell me he's good at playing quarterback.
The way the NFL playoffs has been right now, somebody broke down the first week. This was going into Monday night. It was like points per quarter, and it was like 6 for the first, 18 in the second, like 7 in the third, and then 28 in the fourth. Like, teams are feeling each other out, and then there's just been, hey, we got to go for it now in the fourth quarter. So if you have someone who can make plays and kind of when they're painted into a corner and have to go, and Caleb's been doing that, like him or not, he can be sloppy for 3 quarters, but when it's time to go, he can go, man.
He's got all those comebacks. He can absolutely do things. It's not like he's completely useless. He can do things. He's obviously got ability, which is why he was overdrafted as badly as he was. I'm not saying like he's useless. He has tremendous talent, but it's just like playing quarterback is like being a pitcher. I can throw 100 miles an hour. What else can you do? I can throw 100 miles an hour. Well, eventually they're going to hit you. Now you might look great at times, but over the course of the season, you're going to get exposed, and that's just how I feel about Caleb Williams.
You can pitch from the windup. Can you pitch from the stretch? Can you get out of a jam? Can you get a double play ball when you need to? There's other things than just throwing the ball hard. There's the finesse of playing the position.
The fourth down throw he made to I forget who it was. The fourth down throw that he made to save the game, right?
Oh God, that was beautiful. That was a work of art.
And then that was
when he was
it.
rolling to his left and he dropped it in, right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
On 4th and 14 or whatever the hell it was. Like, this is wild. Like, you make the perfect throw on, and then it was a wrap. From that point on, the game was over. Like, Green Bay had no chance of stopping him. And before that, it was hard. He was like 14 for 31 or something like that with 2 interceptions and 170 yards. It was brutal. And then all of a sudden, that happened. But like, if they don't whistle that play dead and the ball snapped over his head, that's it. The Packers blow him out because they get the ball right there at the 30, right at the Chicago 30. They're gonna score again, and then it's 28-9, and we're all laughing at the game, right? That was that close to happening, and then like a switch just went off, and Caleb Williams took the game over. It was like, what? Where was this guy? Not just for the first 3 quarters, but like, where has he been? Period. Like,
Big Ben was like that early in his career, right? Tom Brady, Eli Manning. I mean, they didn't do it as flashy as Caleb, but early on in their careers, it was hand the ball off, let's play field position, let's let the defense get out there and get a drive late. So, and Caleb has been doing that, but they've had to do multiple drives late.
Do you remember Jamarcus Russell? Like, do you remember how bad he was on like the easy stuff, like little slant passes, like you don't even know who he's throwing the ball?
But he could hit the crossbar from the 50-yard line on one knee, and that's why they drafted him, because they were amazed by his arm. One of the greatest and worst Jamarcus Russell stories of all time are they gave him a CD to watch of the opposing defenses, and it was blank. And he came back in. He was like, "Yeah, I watched it, man. They got some interesting stuff that they do." But it was a blank CD, and at that point, they knew, like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." And that was before the rookie salary cap scale got put in place. They gave him like $72 million before he even played a game in the NFL.
But I remember watching him at LSU and doing this missing slant pass, like little hit routes and stuff like that by like 7 yards. Like, you don't even know who he's throwing the ball to. Like, this is the first pick. This is the generational talent. Like, this guy. I don't know. Johnny Manziel had the same thing. They gave Johnny Manziel an iPad with all the plays on it, and he didn't know it, but it had the amount of time he watched it. It was 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Like he never looked at it.
Yeah.
He was out in Vegas with LeBron. And yeah.
Hey guys, everyone watching, appreciate you being here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you again for all of you who've been a part of the growth of this channel. Monday morning, we hit 2,000. We're at 2,005 right now. Goal is to get to 2,500 by the NFL draft. Lofty goal, maybe, but let's do it. Keep spreading the word. Share it on your social medias, whatever it is that you do. I appreciate it. And sitting here talking with Gary right now, and I have a very good surprise guest lined up in the back today. Sorry, I do late night shows a lot, Gary, if you haven't picked up on that. Sometimes I talk like it's late night. So, what's your thoughts? You said you're in on more, but
I'm gonna sign up for more as a first-round quarterback. I don't do this often. I'm watching him. I don't see anything bad about him. He gets a little tunnel vision sometimes, but that's like he does mostly spread the ball around. You can see he does lock in sometimes, but he mostly spreads the ball around. He's got really good touch. He can throw the back corner fades. Like he can do a lot of things. I'm thinking like I would draft him if he's there too. I would sign off on drafting him. Yeah, and I don't say that like the only quarterback I liked in that.
I know I know your takes on quarterbacks, and I know that you will find flaws. And I'm taken back by this right now, to be completely honest with you. I'm a little surprised with you with this, knowing that he's young, knowing that he's inexperienced, knowing
that's
that
the one thing
time.
I don't like about him. Like I wish he had more game film. I wish he had more tape.
I know. Any concerns about the Jets being a team to develop him?
That's my biggest concern. Like if he went to a real franchise, I'd feel so much better about it. Right? The Jets. This is why you got to bring in an offensive mind. You got like a really good. This is why I want Kingsbury so bad.
How about you pay Scott Turner's dad, North Turner, to become a consultant and get in the goddamn building?
Yeah, like you got
How about that? How about just don't use him as a phone call reference anymore with his son? Get him in the goddamn building and let North Turner, even if it's just for OTAs and training camp, and then be a consultant who pops in one day a week. Get a proven senior offensive mind in there who's been part of quarterbacks developing.
If they take more, but we'll find out if more declares today. I think he will. Like I if for the betterment of his professional career, I would say probably go back. But like I would never ever tell any human being, no, leave $60 million on the table and then risk it and try to get that money next year. Like just take the money. Like if it was your kid, if Nicky is projected to be the number 2 pick in the draft, would you say, "Oh no, go back to school and
we going Fizzler, we going Fizzler"?
Crazy. That's what I'm saying. The only people who don't do that are the Mannings because they're already generationally rich. So like, just like I don't know Dante Moore's background. I know he's from Detroit, so I'm guessing he's not loaded. Have you been to Detroit?
No, and no intention.
Don't go to Detroit. I think if I was like if money wasn't a factor, I would say go back to school. But money, $60 million on the table, I would tell you to absolutely jump at it. But you can't jump.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to those who got the reference.
I remember a quick story. Mario Barrios, who's a world champion now at 147. When he got his fight with Tank Davis, he had a couple of good paydays, $600,000, $700,000 paydays like that. But he never got that multi-million-dollar payday. And they sent him a contract to fight Tank Davis, where it was like $2.8 million plus the pay-per-view upsell, right? And he said, Gary, I check my email every day because Tank has to sign his end of the contract, and Tank is the A side, so he's a little more picky with what's in the contract, right? Like Barrios has signed it. Let's do that, right? He's like, Gary, I check my email every day to see if I got confirmation that I'm a millionaire, and not today, right? And then eventually, Barrios signed the contract. It was taken care of, and he made like over $4 million for that one night of work. But like, that's how like you got to feel if you're like a first round pick. Like, I'm just waiting here to be a millionaire. Like, I'm just sitting here waiting. Like, are you really gonna tell someone not to take it? Like, if it was my kid, I would say no. Go in the draft. Go get you $60 million. And if it doesn't work out, and you completely bust out like Zach Wilson. You're still rich for life. You never have to work again.
No, you're right. Folks, we have the breaking news that you've been waiting for in the NFL. Are you ready? The Dolphins have requested to interview Jaguars DC Anthony Campanile for the head coaching job. There we go, folks.
What do the Dolphins do at quarterback? Are they going to start the year with Quinn Ewers? That can't be their option. That can't be what they're doing, is it?
I don't know.
He didn't do well, right? Like, he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't good in his couple of starts.
I mean, you gotta move on from Tua, I believe. I don't think a new coach would come in and say, yeah, Tua's a part of our plan, right? Like, you had McDaniels, who's a very good offensive mind, show serious struggles with Tua at the helm. I'm still shocked they gave him the contract extension just because of the concussions and what we saw on the field when he was that partial paralysis or lockup, whatever you call that when the concussion hits real hard. I was surprised that they extended him. I wouldn't have done that as a franchise because you're one hit away from his career being over. And why would you take that chance with someone whose brain has been so rattled? But now you're in cap hell with it. Like, what's your fucking move?
Tua needs to just retire. Like we talked about, he's made something like $90 million. He's made so much money in his career already. What good is the money if you don't have your brain? Right? Seriously. Like, the money is no good to you. So, like, he should really just, that's it. Like, Andrew Luck walked away, right? Like, other people have walked away. Like, this is a dangerous sport. Like, you've already had several head injuries. The money is no good to you if you don't have your brain. It's not an ankle, right? It's not a knee. It's your brain. If that doesn't work, nothing works. So, like, Tua, this isn't because I think you suck. It's because, like, I care about you as a person. Don't play. The football thing's not that serious. You had a great career. You did a lot of things in your career. Take the money and enjoy your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Dick Chimney's Burner gifting a membership. His membership went to Reverend Norman Bates. So thank you, Mr. Dick, and congratulations, Mr. Bates. Folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Raffle going on. Super Bowl Sunday. Joe Namath giveaway. Make sure you're in. $5 super chats and up. Gifted memberships. Get you on the wheel. Excuse me. Gary, I know you're a man of health. I know you're a man of dieting. And you know that I've been on a weight loss journey myself.
Yeah.
And I had it today for a split second. I've been dying to get into the 230s. And when I wake up this morning, I get on the scale. It's 240.4. I go, fuck this. T-shirt comes off, shorts. T-shirt comes off, shorts hit the ground. I get back on 239.8.
Bang!
Wait, it's not over. I grab the phone. I go to take the picture. Scale goes low. Powers out. All right, I come over here. I get the 2 AAA batteries. Put the AAA batteries. Put the scale on the ground. Get back on 240.4. I gotta wait another day. What the fuck?
Well, just go take a leak. If you take a leak and you take a dump, that 0.4 should come off. It should.
Damn.
Like, when we were out, if we were over, we just drink some laxative and pass it. Like, I'm being serious. Like, if you just take a dump, that'll pass.
Eating so clean, Gary. I really don't have to.
I hear you.
You know, we spoke last week. Last week, I've been very stagnant on my diet. Like, I do well. I get my exercise in. I get cardio in, 15,000 steps plus a day, at least a dozen flights of stairs on the daily. And then I'm stagnant. I eat well. And I've been stuck between 246 and 250 every day. And then last week, I fasted from Monday to Friday. I went 88 hours. And then I dropped. And I got to like 242. And then I ate on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, I started doing it again. And now I'm right there.
That's an intense fast. That's
Dude,
intense.
it was easy.
Yeah.
I only ate because I saw the weight loss, and I was like, oh, this is great. So I went to a good Italian deli. I told you, I got a nice freaking chicken cutlet thing. It was butterflied, big piece, little mozzarella balls, dipping the chicken in the oil. Loved it. But now I'm so determined, man. Dude, I told you, I graduated high school in the best shape of my life at 223. And right now I'm close. And when I was up at 382 for those that don't know. Real quick segue here from Jet Talk. I'm sorry. And I was up at 382 at my worst when I was drinking. In 2018, I had gotten that big. And to lose 142 pounds right now, like there's a lot of, there's excess skin from when you gain that much weight. So from my studies, it's at least 10 pounds of excess skin. So I'm very close to what I once was, which is just remarkable. I feel better.
And plus,
move
your
better.
body is just bigger and stronger and heavier than when you were 18. Like your body, you just, boxers know this because as you get older, you don't get any fatter, but it's just harder and harder to make weight because your body, as men, we get bigger in our, in our 20s and then into our 30s. Body just gets heavier.
Phil, that's it. Bread's the devil. Yeah, it's all carbs are, man. I've been doing clean before Gary started pushing it. November of 24. I went and got healthy, and I went from 313 down to like 255 pretty quickly. Like I was losing 2-3 pounds a week, if not more at certain points. And then I've been really stagnant. So to kind of get over the cliff here is or over the hump, I should say, not over the cliff. I'm not jumping anywhere. But shout out to Jetstream who joined the channel. You were on the wheel, sir. We were doing, I assume it's a sir. Forgive me. But Jetstream 1989. You are in. We are doing a Joe Namath raffle, Super Bowl Sunday, big item. I'm looking for it. Looking for a full size helmet potentially, or maybe a nice jersey. Not sure yet. I'm pricing around, looking for the items, but obviously, more memberships that we get gifted, the more super chats, the bigger the prize can be. So, folks, I wish all of you good luck, and I wish over the course of time I can send all of you a prize, if not more than one. Thank you, everyone who's been a part of the growth of this channel. You guys are the best.
And fasting helps too. Fasting, you feel good though. I have a friend, a guy from my gym, and he's Muslim. So like during Ramadan, he just fasts anyway, right? So he's like, this fast has got me feeling. So he's doing two days, two workouts a day. And fasting, I'm like, how long you been fasting? Are you 24-hour fast all times like that? That's good. Like, how long have you been fasting? He's like 8 days or something crazy like that. I'm like, you haven't eaten 8 days? He's like, no, I feel great. Right. So he's working out, 2 days and he hadn't eaten for 8 days or something like that. Like this idea that we need to eat 3 meals a day and that we have to eat, it's not true. Like
propaganda, I say.
Propaganda from big dairy and big grain and farm. No, you really don't need to eat. Like you can live for weeks without food, right? So what makes you think you have to eat 3 times a day? You can go weeks and weeks without food.
It's the propaganda machine, man. Yeah. Do you know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Was a marketing ploy by the pork industry in the 50s, 40s or 50s to sell more bacon.
Right after
to sell more bacon and sausage, they pushed it as you should have a hearty breakfast. You should eat our products for breakfast, not just dinner. And over the course of time, people brought into that slogan: breakfast, the most important meal of the day. Got to have a big breakfast. No, you don't. When you eat a big breakfast, you feel sluggish and groggy.
Thank you. I'm very, besides feminism, breakfast is one of the worst ideas we've ever come up with. I really mean that. Like, you don't need to eat breakfast. You especially don't need to be eating carbs at breakfast. Like, breakfast cereal is a terrible idea. Like, the worst.
Yeah, it's real bad. Let's see. We got Twitter alerts coming in from the people I follow. Nothing yet. Falcons are interviewing Antonio Pierce for their head coaching job later this week. Nothing yet on more. Mike Vrabel says Christian Gonzalez will be on the practice field today. So a good sign for them is what Ian Rappaport says, not me. Also, you know this, guy. When Houston Texans were 3-5, I said that team is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And people in the chat laughed. I believe it was a Sunday night game that they were on. And I'm like, that defense is filthy. That defense is the best defense in the NFL. They haven't lost since.
That's wild.
They have not lost since that night that I made that declaration. So I had Peter Pins, who places some bets for me. a couple weeks ago. I sent them 20. I was like, put in Houston, Seattle Super Bowl. So it's like almost $600 for that payout. So we're still alive. Obviously, I am a huge Houston fan going forward this week. I think that defense, and you saw the Chargers defense give New England fits. New England's not used to playing winning teams and then good quality teams. I think Houston is absolutely going to make Drake May look like Mark Sanchez this weekend. I really, truly do. Yes, I'm rooting for it, but I also see a defense that's just remarkable. They are just fucking remarkable, man. They can do it all. They could take the ball away on the back end. They can knock the ball out when they get to the quarterback. They can intercept passes. They score. They do everything that you want a defense to. Their defense is better at scoring than our offense is.
Well, that's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard at all.
All right, Curly,
Oh.
I got a game wrong. What are we doing? I predicted a game wrong. I wanted them to lose in the first round, but they got the Chargers. The Chargers who limped into the playoffs with their 2 tackles out. All right. Sorry, I didn't know the matchup ahead of time. If it was Houston, they'd be out. If it was Buffalo, they'd be out. They got the best draw. So congrats, Curly. Please come back to the chat when you finish the victory lap. That I was wrong on predicting the Patriots to lose a game.
Let me answer Jordan Powell's comment there. Is right below Carly's. Who's my favorite boxer? If you're talking all time, it's Pernell Whitaker and Arturo Gatti. Pernell Whitaker is the reason why I love boxing, and then Arturo Gatti was like the greatest, most entertaining fighter ever. So those two. We're talking about current fighters. Bam Rodriguez, I'm really tight with his family, and I know him personally, and now he's one of the 5 best fighters on earth. So him, and it's just, as a fan of the sport, Abdullah Mason. Those are my favorite fighters right now, Bam and Abdullah Mason.
Nice. Dean says, I did 1 meal a day for 3 months. Looked great and walked 10 miles a night, but wound up having to do girl push-ups. Dean, I'll be honest with you. I've been doing those for a while, and just the last 2 weeks, I've been doing them regular. And I haven't been able to do that in a really long time. Like I either from cardio, not being able to breathe right, face turning red, blood pressure. Like I'm off blood pressure meds. I went to the doctor, my blood pressure, which was in 2018 when I got diagnosed, or 2017, when I got diagnosed with diabetes, when I went to the hospital, my blood sugar was 660 and my blood pressure was 185 over 120. And they had me on 2 types of blood pressures. And since I've lost all the weight, I'm down to none. I was 118 over 81 last time I went to the doctor. I'm off of insulin. Like I'm off of all the meds that you would take as a diabetic. And it's tremendous, man. How cutting out the man-made foods has just fucking turned around my health completely. So I highly recommend staying out of the fucking aisles and just go back to the meats and cheeses. And I do eat vegetables. I know you're not a fan, but sometimes I take some filler food and I'll have some carrots, give me some baby carrots as a snack with either sour cream or sugar-free peanut butter. Here's
what, if you do that, and RFK says things like this too. Your food shouldn't have ingredients. Your food should be the ingredients, which is to say that your food should be like 1 ingredient foods is what you should be eating, right? Like if there's, if it's got a label of 30 different ingredients on the back, probably shouldn't be eating that. Like your food should be the ingredients. If you're eating vegetables, I don't think it's necessary. And I think there's downside to eating vegetables, but like my parents are perfectly healthy and fit, and they basically eat meat and vegetables. For me, I would just say you do better off without the vegetables. But like, you can eat meat and vegetables, and that's it, and be very healthy.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but brace yourselves, folks. This was me in 2018.
That's wild. That doesn't even look like the same person. That's wild.
Wrist fat. Fat. There's rolls of fat on the wrist with how bloated I was from drinking. This is nights that I would like close out the bars and they would do like last call and I'd be like, give me 8 beers. And they're like, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, don't worry, I'll get it done in 20 minutes. Just put 8 Miller Lights in a bucket. I'll be good.
You think about that. What is there? About 100 calories in a Miller Lite?
Yeah, 97.
Yeah, well, let's call it 100, right?
Yeah.
So that's like an entire meal right there. You downed in straight carbs that you over
at the end of the night, trying to get drunk. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, look at that, man. Chins on chins on chins.
The 2018 Jets were brutal. The 2018 Jets were still well into the Darnold era.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Notorious
tough to
Whitey.
watch.
Yep.
Yeah, big dude.
Vic Shine. There you go, Eddie. There's a good one. Yeah, 140 pounds now.
That's a person. You said you've lost to Jake Asman.
Yeah, I literally, dude, I ran sprints and I was like, holy shit. Even my kids were like, what the hell is this? I'm like, do you realize how much easier it is your body to function when you're not carrying around 140 pounds on it?
Yeah. So like you go to the Home Depot and you look at a 20-pound bag of mulch, right? And just losing 20 pounds doesn't seem that crazy. But look at the 20-pound bag of mulch. That's how
Seven
much
of
fat
them.
you
I'll carry
lost.
seven of them.
7 of those things. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. I gotta drop off.
Appreciate you, man.
I just wanted to
We'll talk
give you
soon, buddy.
I wanted to
Thanks for
sign
calling in.
off on Dante Moore. Thank you.
All right. Next up, new caller to the show, I believe. We got Big G. What's up?
Hey Nick, how's it going?
How are you, man?
So I'm hoping Dante Moore is gonna declare.
Agreed.
And I think that we should take him at 2.
Okay.
I used to live in Oregon. I moved to Florida, so I'm a Duck fan. And you just watch the release on the ball that he throws. You know, he kind of like flicks it, kind of like Aaron Rodgers does.
It's effortless.
When he
It's
throws
very
the ball,
smooth. It is smooth release. Yeah. That's what she said. Sorry.
when he throws the ball, he throws receivers open. As I'm watching some tape and him throw it, he throws it to receivers so they can run after the catch. And that's really important in the NFL.
It
He
is.
can run.
Because if you have a good scheme and a good design and you can get the ball there on time, something that we're not used to as Jets fans is that when the ball gets to receivers on time, they're designed to catch and run. And that's something we haven't seen in a very long time. So good point there.
Yeah. So I think he'd be really good for us. I think you don't discount the last Oregon game all the way, but drop the balls, the line was kind of shaky. If you give him Indiana's line, he wins that game and he throws like 6 touchdowns.
I'm not discounting it because of the last game. I've been pretty adamant the entire year that I am Team Mendoza. And when I look at Moore, I do like my quarterback to have more starts. I do like him to have more experience. I don't want him to have to come into the NFL and learn how to read defenses. I want that to already be done in college. So the transition is more learning your scheme, learning your teammates, and working on that. If you're coming in and you still need to be a student and a study of the game before you're trying to implement what you need to do in the game, that just prolongs the process. And I know our fan base and I know our media. Like, listen, I hope to God he declares. And I hope that the Raiders look at him and everything you and others have pointed out and say, that's the guy long term. We can sit him for a year behind Geno. We can teach him, and then we move forward. I think if he declares today, which I believe he will, when you look at who the Raiders are going to bring in as their head coach, that's going to tell you a lot. Are you bringing in someone from like a Ben Johnson type of offense who, like we have with Angstran, who a more mobile pocket passer would be a better fit? Or are you bringing in someone who wants to use athleticism and get out of the pocket more, and Moore might be the better fit? So I think the Raiders head coaching and offensive coordinator hire will tell us a lot more, pun intended.
Yeah. Mendoza definitely would be my first pick. I mean, he's just polishing. He looks really great. I don't think he's a statue like most people think. I think he can throw on the run. He can run and get a first down. I think he's going to be a really, really good quarterback in the NFL. But Moore is the upside, the greatest upside. Like, he's going to be the home run.
We'll see. Like, I think I'm refreshing Twitter again now. Nothing yet from all of the guys that I get alerts from: Rappaport, Garofalo, Schefter.
I'll
Nobody yet.
probably know like a
But the
couple hours
second
or
I end
so.
the show, the news will come in. The second I end the show to go to work in 15 minutes, will be, oh, here we go, breaking news. But
Yeah,
Big G, I appreciate you
that
calling
may
in,
be.
man. Appreciate your support on the channel. Don't be a stranger, man. Call in again.
Okay.
All right, take care, bro. A couple super chats to get to. Thank you. We got Ralphie, who says, I may be drinking green Kool-Aid, but a vet QB like Mac Jones and a better number two may be all we need on O with our O-line, Taylor, G-Dub, AD, and Brees. I mean, yes, Ralphie, any improvement in quarterback play will get a better read on what this system should be. So you are right there. I just couldn't do a guy, pause. I could not have a guy like Mac Jones be my quarterback. Also, I couldn't do a guy, so that checks out too. That's actually truthful. I couldn't. So I'm not proud of that statement. Uh, but yeah, better quarterback play, whoever it comes from, will make us better. So I couldn't trade for Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is Carson Wentz 2.0. Sometimes you say things and you make yourself laugh. But yeah, I believe Mac Jones is Carson Wentz 2.0. I think he's a dickhead. I think he's an asshole. I think he's a guy who in a locker room just believes he's cocky and arrogant and doesn't bring a team together. I'm not a fan. So I couldn't add Mac Jones to this roster, but I get the sentiment with just better overall quarterback play will make us better. Gator says you'd be over 240 if the big toe was still intact. Well, Gator, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate you. Thank you for pointing out that I am the toeless wonder. And yeah, well, this is why you stay healthy, you treat your body right, and you don't get diabetes. So if you tragically fall down the stairs during your ACL knee recovery, you don't get your toe bruised, misdiagnosed, and then chop chop. June 30th, 2023, day of Tomageddon. Yeah, I agree, Phil. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I couldn't even fathom. I would rather run it back with an entire season of Brady Cook than have Mac Jones, because at least Brady Cook, I would know we're number one. All right. Yeah. Gator, I think that's what happened. Your text message, gone like the wind. But folks, thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted membership. Dick Chimney's burner. Hit the like button. We got 55 likes right now. We got 75 of you here watching. Programming notes going forward. Going to do a show tomorrow night, Thursday night after work. Saturday night, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Going to have a reunited program with Jets Chaos. We used to do a show called Pride and Chaos back when I was proud New York Jet fan. But we're going to have a little reunion show Saturday night. Catch up, see the state of the Jets. Sunday night, Ryan, Jets Talk 24/7 will be here. Following Sunday, Connor Long. And then February 1st, we got Gunny. So a lot of good guests coming up for you guys. Gonna try to work on maybe some guests during the weekday. I like doing this Wednesday show after Jake, so maybe I'll start to try to get a guest in this time slot for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, David D just gifted 5. Thank you, David. Appreciate your contributions in the chat, the comments after the show's end. If you miss it, man, you're always very informative as a fan, and I love that. And of course, the memberships are appreciated as well. His 5 went to Ted Ruggiero, Joe Bonesy, Billy Milinovich, DeRoy Lax, and Charles Bockley. Thank you, David. You are the man. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it yet, we do have a great amount of respect for David D. And we have a David D Lions emoji in the chat that many are dropping right now. So thank you, David. You're the man. Folks, we get 5 more memberships, I'll get 5. We'll do that. If we get 5 more gifted memberships, wait, we got 1, 2. All right. If we get 3 more memberships gifted, I'll gift 5 on top of it. Thank you guys and appreciate all your support for helping get to 2,000. Like I said, now the goal, let's hit 2,500 by the NFL draft. By the time that first selection goes in, we would love to be there. The Karate Kid got a membership. Who's the Karate Kid? Daniel LaRusso? Who's the Karate Kid? I'm looking for Daniel LaRusso because that's the only Karate Kid I know. Oh, Billy M is the Karate Kid? Right? He had the karate video? Curly Norman gifted a membership. Thank you, Curly. Yours went to Roberts, 4852. 2 away. Billy Millie, whatever. All right. All right. All right, folks. Call lines are open. I got like 10 minutes left before I got to bounce for work. Feel free to call in. Give your takes. What's your thoughts? Let's take a look at the poll. We're going to end the poll right now. 71% of you say yes, Dante Moore will declare today. Stay tuned. 90 votes. Thank you to everybody who participated. Stack coming in from overseas gifted a membership that went to Timothy Lee, 9053. Thank you, Stack. Good luck to you, Curly, David, and everyone in the raffle. Super Bowl Sunday, Joe Namath item going out. Either large or regulation size helmet, jersey. I'm looking for something. I want to get a really nice prize for you guys to thank all of you and gals who have helped this program grow. And what better way to do that as a Jet fan on Super Bowl Sunday than to give out the only Super Bowl winning quarterback we've ever had. Well, 1 membership away, folks. 1 membership away. Many of us in life have been told we're just a bit too short. Let's not be 1 membership short. I've never been. All right. Coffee update. If you live near a Quick Check, you need to go and get the banana pudding coffee. It's a temporary flavor. They replaced the Kris Kringle with banana pudding. And if you've ever been to Magnolia's in New York and got the bread pudding, this is the coffee form of that. I highly recommend you go try it. You will not regret it. I had it in the car and it smelled so good in the car. There's no sugar in coffee. And I use sugar-free creamer. Well, what are we doing? What are we doing? What kind of nonsense are we speaking here? Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Boy. Hey, Johnny Boy.
Hey, what up, Nick? What's going on, brother?
How are you?
Nick, I
You
want to
look
ask
very
you.
Lance Armstrong-ish today with the color scheme you got going on.
Oh yeah, man. It's just it's cold over here, man. So, and you know how it goes. Hey, wanted to ask you though. That was funny. Banana pudding. That sounds amazing, by the way. I love banana pudding.
So good.
But what is too rich for you for any of a top A quarterback to come in for us? So I'm talking about Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, maybe a Pat Mahomes. Would you take a swing at that? And what would it take? You know, insert that quarterback that you would take a chance, Joe Burrow, blah, blah, blah. What's too rich for that individual to come over here?
I'll answer the question, but I will preface it with this. I don't think we go that route. I don't think any of those guys become available.
Correct.
I know that the owner said they wanted to rework Lamar's contract to lower that. I think he's got a 70. Maybe I had him and Tua mixed up. Maybe there's a $75 million hit for Lamar, but they want to lower that. I don't know. I mean, all right. I'll go with my favorite target out of all the quarterbacks that you named. It's Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
I would give 3 ones and then
Okay.
a 2. Like I think Joe Burrow, if you bring him in behind an offensive line, I don't think it's possible. I will say that again for those who are going to get excited in the chat, but I don't think he gets moved. And if he does, I don't think he would come here. I think if anything, the Rams would jump in and say, take our 2 ones this year and our 1 next year and the 1 the year after, and you bring in Burrow to go on from Stafford, and then you bring in Stafford Jr., right? A guy who just stand in the pocket and beat you time and time again. And you have him with Puka, and you got Kyron, and you got a fully loaded offense with a Super Bowl winning coach and a brilliant offensive mind. And now the Rams are contenders again for the next decade.
Agreed. And I'm just saying that because I know we're really waiting for the more news to get dropped, right? So, but you and I were talking yesterday about Justin Herbert and about the possible, like, what would it take and how much is too much, right? I mean, I'm on the same boat with you. I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is an amazing, amazing quarterback, so insert him in another squad with a better line, do some damage. I mean, look what he's doing right now with that crap that he has over there in Cincinnati, other than, the really good wide receivers. But it's an intriguing conversation to have. I just 3 ones, man. That's a lot, bro.
I don't think we do it. I don't think any of those quarterbacks get moved. I think it's all pipe dream, and I think it's all manufactured conversations. Johnny, stand by. Jake Asman pops in and gives a membership, folks. His went to K-Brock. Shout out to K-Brock, one of our winners of the Survivor Pool this year. He ended up splitting the prize with someone else. They both got knocked out in the last week, so they split the prize. And yeah, thank you, Jake, which now means we've hit our threshold, Johnny, and I will gift 5 now to thank everybody. Come on, load. YouTube so slow.
Oh yeah,
YouTube
Jake.
so
Dope,
slow.
man. Shout out, Jake.
Yes. Shout out, Jake. Shout out to everybody who's contributed today. And thank you again, everyone, for being here. I had a surprise for you guys, but I believe maybe I waited too long to get to it. Paul says, how do you guys manage to go from Jake's show to Nick's show to Jets talk all week long while you're supposedly working? Is there no accountability? Is this a Dave Briga account? All that time just to complain, clown show Jets. Hey, Paul, I think it's a very loving community. And I think misery, which we are as Jets fans, loves company. So I think that we find a way to get through this hell together as one. And I don't think there's any shame in that in any way, shape, or form. Some people, I've done it, go on a Tuesday afternoon and sit at a bar from 11 o'clock when they open and party till 2 in the morning when they close. Some people go on YouTube and hang out and find friends and relationships that grow and in the real world. So I think everyone loves this team, wants this team to be great. And I think that a lot of us are proud to be part of a good community, man. And I don't think that should be shamed in any way, shape, or form.
Or maybe
my 5 went to, go ahead.
Or maybe some people have a job that doesn't need them consistently to be doing something, and they just need to be around the way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's an example. The Dream, who's called in and had some infamous moments on weekends, and he's probably listening now. He drives a propane truck during the week. Can't use his phone. Listens, but can't call in, can't be active in the chat. But on a weekend, he'll call in. So there are people who listen, don't comment, and have it on, have the headphones on at work, at their desk. But I appreciate everyone who comes in any shape or form to this program. My 5 went to Azia Russell. Cantu, Jeffrey Carina, J.C. Buff, Keith Kirkwood. And then Addison, one of the homeboys, gifted a membership that went to Anthony Kennedy. So thank you, Addy. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone. I do have to wrap this up. If we are...
Yeah, I'm about to head out. I have to head back to work.
Where did that go? Here it is. All right. Well, enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you
All
keep
right, Nick.
feeling better,
Appreciate you,
brother.
brother.
And
Yes,
we'll
sir.
talk in a bit, man. I'll see you in
Go
the DT
Jets.
in a little bit.
All right, dude. Peace.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today? Courtesy of Nick Shine.
Shout out to the Beast for that video that he made one day, impromptu, and we had to clip that as our introduction to What Did We Learn? For those of you that might be new here, at the end of the program, we put a little pretty bow on it, and you submit, what did you learn during this program? Was it something I said, maybe something else, something happened in the chat, something in real life? What did you learn during this program? Drop those very quickly, and then we will kick it up north of the border to Boomtown. And Boomtown, shout out to you. That was well done. The package that you sent to Chuck. The Pittsburgh Steelers' first known head coach interview request is for passing game coordinator Nate Shield. It cut off. I got to go. All right, let's refresh you. Come on. Nate Scheelhaase. Scheelhaase. Baltimore, Cleveland, and Vegas have also requested interviews with him so far during the cycle. All right, let's see. What did you guys... Addison, had to grab my old Android to donate a membership. Get your shit together, Apple. Amen. Gator, I comment and don't listen. Small group, but growing. Thank you, sir. But now, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. Forgive me. I played a video too soon. Why play the video when you have the man himself here? Ladies and gentlemen, Beastbreaker. Hello, sir. How are you?
Cookie.
What kind of cookie you got?
Hey, chocolate chip. $3. Not too bad. Dante Moore is not prepared. I don't like the kid's chances are slim. You see, I see what he did in that game against them. He's not ready. He's not prepared. He needs another year or two. Then he'll be ready. But he's not ready. He's not ready yet. No.
Okay.
He's not ready. Next year, I already said before, I'm going to say this again like I've been saying for the last several months. We're going to take out $3 billion and we're going to go get new talent. We need a whole new revamp of talent because 8 boys from the Salo regime, they all have to bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. We don't have no interaction in the locker room. There's no communication. Nobody wants to work together. The whole team looks like a diabolical mess. It's like you can take one bad carburetor to another carburetor. You're not going to get the damn thing to work. You're going to need jumper cables to fix the whole goddamn team from top to bottom. You can't replace stupid. That's what we've tried to tell this team. And what do they keep doing? They keep doing the same mistakes. I'm going to say it just like Paul Heyman. They've been doing the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Time out on the field. I appreciate your passion. I get a sugar rush too when I have cookies, but I do have to get to work. Can I bring it to you live right now to throw it up to Boomtown and ask Boomtown, what did we learn today? Show's yours. Take it over.
Show's yours? I'll tell you what, I know what we can do. Go get Mendoza. Let's go get him.
No. We got to end the show. Throw it up to Boomtown with what did we learn today?
Oh, what did we learn today? Courtesy of the Nick Shine Show.
Shout out to Beast making an appearance. Okay, now let's Let's scan the chat real quick and see what we got. Oh, Kevin with a good one. Can't miss a good. That's what she said. Small but growing. Nice. Curly, I learned that Aaron Glenn is worse for you than breakfast. Phil, I learned Dante Moore has shit timing, right? Matthew, I learned Nick drinks gay coffee, and Matthew drinks honeycomb lattes. And Matthew, I did look. The banana pudding does have sugar in it, so I might have to squash that. David D, I learned that the declaration for the draft deadline for players not in the national championship game is 4 p.m. Eastern. Dean, I learned that the Nick Shine Show used to be Nick Overhang. Stack, I learned that 2 days ago we won Super Bowl III, 57 years ago, and got no recognition from the sports media. Shake my. Also, while I'm doing this, Boomtown, as David is doing, drop your "What did we learn" emoji and kick it up the boom, and I will catch up in the chat, and we will end this pretty baby. I learned a new way to lose weight and wondering how many toes I still need to walk. Well, I'm down one, and I can beat you in a foot race, dude. So let's see, what else do we have? Jets Afterburners, what's good? We think he's going to declare. We're hoping he's declaring, but no news yet. The timeline is 2 hours from now, from my understanding. Boomtown learned 2,000 and counting. Chaos returns on Saturday. Did not have Jay Quest being welcome to attempt milk Nick's nipples on the bingo card today. More hats may get a second life. Bonus, Gary has officially signed off on more. Nick's t-shirt and shorts combo weigh 0.6 pounds. Nick couldn't do a guy or have a guy like Mac Jones be our QB. Billy M is the Karate Kid. Johnny Boy, I learned that Boomtown is a sexy mofo. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody for watching the program. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Programming notes going forward. Thursday night, 11:20 p.m. Eastern when I get out of work. Saturday night, reunion show with Jets Chaos, 8:30 p.m. I got to lock in the official time with him. He's on the West Coast, so we got to see when they're doing dinner, him and his wife. Sunday night, Jets Talk 24/7 will be here. And before we go, I will drop that thumbnail for you. And we will share that right here, right now. Bang. You know, Ryan loves to wear his pilot helmet. So that's me and Ryan doing a flyover of Jet Life Stadium. Thank you for Gator for editing out the old Jets logos that ChatGPT consistently uses and will not recognize the new logo. So I pushed it to Gator real quick. I was like, can you change the logo and make this the new logos? Boom, done. So enjoy your day. Stay out of trouble. God bless. Be good. Go Jets. And turn it up for Blitz. Oh, let's say what's up to Chuck.
Hey, all you shiners. It's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass. And that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the